let's take a look at things you'll not catch a narcissist doing, and not unless there's a twist of manipulation in it. When it comes to narcissistic people, they are a special breed of people who are incredibly arrogant, who believe that they are better than others. They can be incredibly impulsive and incredibly manipulative. They are more than happy to exploit people because they lack the empathy to care for how their exploitative behaviour affects those around them. They just feel entitled to have everything their own way. Therefore, there's a few things due to their characteristics that you will not catch them doing. And one of the first of these is admitting they are wrong. Instead, they will turn up that arrogance. They will pull you down. They'll discredit your opinions. They will shift the blame. They go to great lengths to protect their inflated ego, to prove that they are in fact right, and it's your perception that's wrong, which is why they will gaslight your reality. It's your thoughts that's wrong, which is why they will gaslight you. It's your feelings that's wrong, which is why they will emotionally manipulate you, or they will go all out to provoke a reaction from you so that they can blame you. Anything but admit that they were wrong. And if later down the line it's proved, they'll still lie and deny, or they'll claim that it was nothing to do with them. Another thing a narcissistic person will not do is take responsibility. Responsibility to a narcissist is a foreign concept to them. They're not interested in taking responsibility for their actions, for their thoughts, for their feelings. Anything that's negative, they will pass that over to somebody else. They will pass the buck quicker than you can say pass the buck. Anything to avoid taking responsibility. They will squirm, they'll deflect, they'll shame, they'll blame, they'll mock, they'll humiliate, they'll criticize, they'll gaslight, they'll fall silent. They will do anything except take responsibility. They'll play the victim, they'll scapegoat another person. Also, they can avoid being held accountable and avoid any form of consequences. Listening to you sincerely is another alien concept to a narcissistic person. In the beginning, they might, in order to extract information from you that they can use against you. They might, if they're enjoying that emotional reaction from you, they're not listening because they care about you. They're listening because what you're saying is feeding their ego. They will, once the love bombing has ended, drone on about themselves for hours, exaggerate their achievements, take the credit for other people's achievements. They're not interested in sincerely listening to you. Share good news with them, they'll go on about how they've done something far better or dismiss it. Share bad news with them, they'll go on about how they've suffered something far worse. Not to have that open communication and understanding, but to make it all about them. Empathize with you. Now, if you're in front of an audience, they might nod the head, they might pat you on the back to show willing and show good in front of other people. Behind closed doors, they lack the empathy, so they have an inability to understand how things might affect you. They just want the attention and the validation on themselves, and you're taking the spotlight away from them. So they will look empathetic if it makes them look good. Other than that, they're not interested. They will go to great lengths to one-up you so they can get the attention back on themselves, which is another one. They don't like sharing attention, which is why they'll go all out to ruin a special occasion, to somehow bring the spotlight on themselves. So not all narcissistic people will ruin a special occasion. Some will go all out to throw the most lavish occasion you've ever had so they can have the praise, the recognition, and use it against you forevermore to make you feel obligated to doing things for them. Putting other people first is also not in the narcissist vocabulary, as they prioritise themselves at all costs to other people. They are the masters of self-absorbed. They are highly critical of other people. They'll steer the conversation onto themselves. They will do all they can so that they're the one who is the main priority. Nobody else matters. They lack the empathy. They're just willing to exploit people so that they are the person who always comes first, yet they'll accuse you of being selfish and awkward and putting yourself first to try and make you feel bad so that they can come first. Support other people. Narcissistic people are surrounded by a bubble of self-love, and they simply lack the empathy, the ability to support other people. They're all about protecting their deeply hidden vulnerabilities, their insecurities. So they go all out to take everyone else down so that they can feel better about themselves. Now, in front of an audience, they might say, well done. They might give you a pat on the back in order for them to look good. At all other times, they are going to pull down any of your achievements because they're not willing to be supportive of others. They're supportive of themselves and what makes themselves come across good to others. They're usually highly envious of your achievements, which is why more often than not they will go all out to pull these down. Being humble, proud is their middle name, and they are happy to boast and brag about things that they haven't even done, places that they haven't even been. Or they will get a t-shirt with a place on it and wear it, and you say, oh, have you been? What's it like? And they'll go on about how they've been when they haven't, yet just accuse you of jumping to the wrong conclusion if the truth surfaces. Narcissistic people's ego flourishes on getting that praise and attention from those around them. So they'll not be humble. If they do for others, they will point it out constantly. Look at how amazing I am. Look at everything I do. Look at all the hard work I put in, because they're after that validation and attention. Accept any form of constructive criticism. This never goes down well with a narcissist. All criticism is a personal attack on them. However, they're more than willing to criticize you, not to help you, but to hurt you, although they will claim they're doing it for your own good, to confuse you. Any form of criticism, be it constructive feedback, fuels the narcissist's rage machine to turn around and attack you, to bring you crashing down, because it questions their fragile self-esteem. They cannot handle it, so they react very defensive. Now, when you're being mocked and humiliated and shamed and blamed and taking responsibility for everything the narcissist does wrong, and they criticize you in a negative way, and you try to be vulnerable and explain how that has made you feel, they're going to attack you, and you can feel like the narcissistic one when you're just actually trying to be open and honest with them, but they lack the empathy to be interested. They've criticized you to hurt you, and they will excuse their behavior by claiming they were just trying to help you, when what they were truly doing is trying to hide their intentions because they wanted to sink you. Narcissistic people will do anything to protect their image. What they won't do is admit they're wrong, admit any sort of failure, admit any responsibility, listen to you, empathize with you, put your needs first, put your feelings first, support others, be humble, or accept any form of constructive feedback. It's just not in their nature. It's not who they are. They want to prove you wrong at all costs to you. They want to blame you and shame you so that they can escape any form of consequences for what they did to you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers for your continued support of the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot get no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon, a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you cannot go no contact, and I shall link those into the description also. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.